Across Sudan's sun-scorched landscapes, a profound silence lingers. A silence marked by the absence of Hindu temples. Mosques and churches stand as testaments to enduring faiths, but Hinduism is nowhere to be found. No vibrant festivals, no Sanskrit prayers, just a void, a story untold. This absence is not accidental. It's a presence in itself, a ghost in Sudan's history. Why, in this crossroads of Africa and the Arab world, did Hinduism never take root? The answer lies scattered across time, hidden in chronicles of empire and conflict. To understand, we must listen for what was never allowed to be. Imagine the Indian diaspora's journey, temples rising in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, their legacy woven into society. But at Sudan's border, the trail goes cold. The historical currents that carried so many across the Indian Ocean bypassed Sudan entirely. The absence feels deliberate, a haunting counter-narrative to global interconnectedness. Here, the story is not of arrival, but of profound non-existence, a path not taken, a silence echoing with what might have been. To unravel this mystery is to glimpse the very soul of Sudan, defined as much by what it is not as by what it is. The story begins under the British Empire's shadow, but Sudan's colonial experience diverged sharply from its East African neighbors. While Britain imported Indian laborers to build Kenya's railways, Sudan's Anglo-Egyptian condominium relied on local labor and Egyptian bureaucracy. There was no economic pull for Indian migrants, no grand projects, no invitation to settle. Sudan was managed as a strategic buffer, not a land for new communities. Migration routes solidified elsewhere, connecting Mumbai and Mombasa, but bypassing Port Sudan. The British drew lines that dictated the flow of people for generations. Sudan's path led toward an Arab and Islamic identity, not the multicultural tapestry seen elsewhere. As Hindu temples rose in Dar es Salaam, Sudan's soil remained untouched. The absence was not hostility, but administrative and economic calculus. The seeds of Hindu culture were never scattered here. The ground was left fallow for a different, more turbulent history. Independence in 1956 brought not peace, but relentless political turmoil. Over 35 coups and attempted coups followed, power seized by force, not consensus. Sudan became a land of shifting ground, inhospitable to outsiders seeking new beginnings. Decades-long civil wars tore the nation apart along ethnic and religious lines. Generations grew up amid displacement, famine, and violence. The idea of a stable society where new communities could thrive became unimaginable. Sudan's name became synonymous with peril, not promise. Diaspora communities seek fertile ground. Sudan's was soaked in blood and tears. The door to newcomers was bolted shut by war. Unlike Kenya or Tanzania, Sudan's perpetual crisis left no space for minorities to exist or practice their faith. The national struggle consumed all, leaving no room for outsiders. The land was too harsh, too broken, too preoccupied with survival. Here, the possibility of a Hindu community was extinguished before it could begin. Decades of conflict hardened Sudan's identity, forged in war and ideology. Post-independence leaders promoted an Arab-Islamic vision, marginalizing other cultures and beliefs. The imposition of Sharia law in 1983 and the rise of Omar al-Bashir's regime entrenched religious exclusivity. Non-Muslim faiths found their space shrinking. Hinduism, with its public rituals, was unthinkable. The state's project was assimilation, not pluralism. South Sudan's secession in 2011 confirmed the nation's refusal to accommodate diversity. The absence of Hindu temples is the result of a deliberate, state-driven identity. In Sudan, the door to difference was locked by design. Amid this absence, a new Indian presence emerged, not settlers, but peacekeepers. In South Sudan, Indian army personnel serve with the UN, protecting civilians in a land shattered by war. Their presence is temporary, defined by service, not settlement. Among them are Hindus, carrying faith not to build temples, but to sustain themselves. They are a fleeting glimpse of India in a region that never knew it as home. Major Swati Shantakumar's leadership of women peacekeepers exemplifies this role, building trust, not businesses. This is the Hindu presence today, professional, disciplined, and transient. Engagement here is measured in tours of duty, not generations. These soldiers are not seeking a new home. They serve far from their own. Their connection to culture is personal, portable. They are a thread of hope, but not woven into the nation's fabric. Their story is one of duty and departure, a reminder that the conditions preventing a community remain unchanged.
You didn't have to stop to say.
Without temples, faith for Indian peacekeepers lives in quiet, personal acts. In barracks and bases, they maintain their connection to the divine, an image in a pocket, a silent prayer at dawn. This is Hinduism stripped of spectacle, practiced with sincerity at the world's edge. No Diwali lights, no holy colors. Faith becomes an internal anchor amid hardship. Spirituality is a shield, a private sanctuary in a land offering none. The longing for a temple is a constant reminder of distance and transience. Their congregation is a handful of comrades, their faith, a private map. This portable devotion is both beautiful and sorrowful, proof that belief survives without architecture, but also a sign of inhospitable soil. The quiet devotion of a Hindu soldier is a symbol of presence, but also of overwhelming absence. It is a flickering candle in enduring darkness. In 2026, the dream of a pluralistic Sudan is more distant than ever. Civil war since 2023 has plunged the country into its darkest chapter. Millions displaced, the nation partitioned. Roots are being violently torn from the ground. Brutality and genocide haunt daily life. The social fabric is shredded. Unity is a memory. In this chaos, cultural diversity is a luxury no one can afford. Indian peacekeepers witness a nation's collapse, their presence a brief dam against suffering. They serve, then depart, leaving no lasting imprint, no temple, no community. Their intervention is temporary in a permanent crisis. If a nation cannot shelter its own, it cannot welcome others. The dream of a Hindu community in Sudan is now impossible, a hope erased by catastrophe. We are left with haunting silence, a space in the Indian diaspora's tapestry. The Hindu journey in Sudan is a story of absence, shaped by diverted migrations and a narrow, embattled identity. Sudan's soil, saturated with sorrow, never allowed new cultural seeds to flourish. Indian peacekeepers carry a fragile, fleeting heritage, faith and service unanchored in the land. Identity survives in memory and duty, but a culture needs a home, community, and continuity. A heritage carried only in the heart is always at risk of being forgotten. The absence of a rooted Hindu community is a loss for both diaspora and Sudan, a loss of richness that might have been. The story ends with footprints in the desert, temporary marks, swept away by the unforgiving wind.